What's going on, YouTube fam? It's that time of year again where a lot of us YouTubers and just people in sneakers all together, we all get together, we talk about some of the shoes we picked up throughout the year or even didn't pick up. We start narrowing down like our favorite shoes throughout the year, and that's that time again. So I kind of went through some of the kicks that I picked up this year, and I'm trying to narrow it down to like my top 10. So these are just some of my pickups. I picked up a few more shoes than you see down here, but these are the ones that I kind of want to just highlight because some of these will be honorable mentions and won't make the top 10 at all. But just wanted to show y'all these, and I guess we could just get ready to get started and we can jump into the top 10 countdown. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification button, all that good stuff. You're on social media, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever we call it. You're into sneakers, anything related to kicks, honestly, give me a follow. You can find me, I'm at iAMTMCII. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. We can start with number 10. All right, guys, coming in at number 10 is the Nike Field General collaboration with Union. This is on the list for a couple reasons. I like the color combinations. For one, I think this is a shoe that when you put these on, it's gonna draw a lot of attention to your feet. I also love Union. Like the collabs they do with Nike and Jordan brand has just been phenomenal to me. And then this Field General, it's a old silhouette that Nike brought back. And then for them to do a collab with Union, and it's kind of one that kind of flew under the radar to me. You don't see a lot of people have these on their list or even talking about them. So I feel like this is one of those ones that, you know, I thought was dope immediately when I first saw it. And then, I don't know, I just thought that the color combination, the execution, the box, everything that it comes with, the storytelling, these were just nice to me. And I wanted to make sure I added them to the list, but they came in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have the AE1. This is the low top version, but it's the silhouette period, the lows, the highs. The AE1 actually was shoe of the year for some people, and even Complex had them as their shoe of the year. It's not that high on my list, but it definitely made the list because it's refreshing to see that Adidas have like a silhouette that I feel can be kind of worn on court and off court. A lot of basketball shoes are like, you know, outside of Jordans, Kobe's and stuff like that. You know, they're really tech and made to be, to hoop in. So when you get a shoe that you can pull off and rock casually off the court, I thought that was dope. Anthony Edwards he's young. He's like becoming one of the faces of the NBA. He's electric. He's just a phenomenal athlete and person to play. His personality, all of that stuff. So I actually like AE a lot because of that, because of his silhouette, the shoe, and all this stuff. I want to make sure I support him, and I just think this shoe is dope. It's comfortable, and like I said, it's a shoe that you can actually pull off casually and wear, you know, if you're not hooping. So because of that, they made the list, but they slipped in at number 9 for me. Coming in at number 8, we have the Wu-Tang Dunk. First of all, I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan. And second, I love dunks. Even before the hype, the craze, I'm glad that it actually died down now. I'm a fan of dunks, highs, lows, mids. And this particular dunk, to see that Nike went in a vote and grabbed something that was so super rare and limited and released it to the general public, I just couldn't believe it, honestly, when they did that. So, you know, it's a regular, just a colorway. It's like something we've seen before, sort of like the Iowa dunks. It's a different color, yellow, but you know, you don't have this. It's just a regular generic dunk. But because of that Wu-Tang, everything that is tied to the group, the story of how limited it was when it originally released in the early 90s. And for us to now get this shoe, man, this was like a shoe I thought I would never have in my collection, like ever. It's like some of them you just chalk it up like, yeah, I'm never gonna pay these prices. But to have this one, man, and like I said, I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan, a dunk fan. I just had to put these on the list. And this is my number 8 on my top 10. Coming in at number 7, has to go to Sakon or Sakon, depending on where you're from, and J-Tip's collaboration on this Pro Grid Omni 9 silhouette. J-Tips has been doing his thing, man. Like, a lot of people in the sneaker community, like, there wasn't a lot of talk or anything about Sakon in a while. J-Tips has been doing some collaborations. He's been bringing a lot of vibrant colors, his personality and everything on these silhouettes, and he has been doing a phenomenal job. This whole inspiration and collection, this to-do list, I just thought the rollout was great. The colorways on his shoes. I'm a huge fan of anything that draws attention to your feet if you've been watching me and following me for a while. And these shoes are definitely gonna do that. You could rock a simple outfit, toss these on feet, and your shoe will basically do all the speaking for you. The silhouette is comfortable, and it's something new too. You know, I think J-Tips has been doing his thing. I'm excited to see what he does and continue to do with the brand. You know, I'm just happy to support him also with like some of the others that's mentioned in my countdown. But these, man, I just thought this whole rollout, this colorway, the comfort. I may even go back and get the tan colorway. But of the two that releases is the one I wanted most. This is the one I had to throw on the list, man. J-Tips, you did your thing on these. All right, coming into at number 6, you have the Hot Lava Nike Tech Challenge 2. These, when these came out again, so they retroed these, and especially this color, a few times so far. But when these came out this year with that age vintage look, that shape, like the original shape, I immediately knew then when I had picked these up early in the years, like, yeah, these definitely gonna make my countdown somewhat, just because of how well executed this shoe was. It's nostalgic to me. I just feel like this shoe speaks retro. You toss this shoe on, it just feels like an old classic iconic silhouette. And this is one of my favorite colorways of the line when they dropped all of these. And I don't know, I just feel like they did a really good job on these, man. The shoe is comfort. It's to say it's an old retro shoe. So many shoes took inspiration from this shoe to make other silhouettes. Like the Yeezy 2, the Jumpman Jacks. Like, this shoe is like a staple, and it means so much to Nike, and just the overall, man. I always have been a fan of this shoe and silhouette, and for it to retro and come back almost identical to how it was when it originally released, man. I just think Nike did a really good job with these, man. So this is my number 6, the Tech Challenge 2 in a Hot Lava colorway. All right, coming in at number 5, it's your Cactus Plant Flea Market Air Force 1 collaboration. So Cactus Plant Flea Market, they're one of my like favorite brands to support, mainly because they usually do some off the wall, crazy, unique stuff on any of their collaborations, clothes, sneakers. It's usually something out of this world whenever you see something from them. So when they did another release of the Air Force Ones, I was like, yeah, these are really dope. There were actually 4 colorways. There was like a pinkish purple colorway and a white colorway. I was only able to get my hands on these 2. But because I'm a huge supporter of the brand, you don't really see, especially like this color Air Force One. And just the crazy unique look that they put on a classic silhouette. I just thought like, yeah, they did it again on these. So it's an iconic shoe, and then it's with my favorite brand. So that's why these came in at number 5. And I put them together because it's no really particular, like, do I like this one more than this one? They kind of equal to me. So that's why these kind of share the number 5 spots. The Cactus Plant Flea Market collab with Nike on the Air Force One low. Coming in at number 4 is the Futura Nike Dunk SB low. These are number 4, man. It was hard because I didn't know where I wanted to put these on the list, but I knew they were going to be kind of somewhere high on the list. From all the SBs that released this year, I think this is probably the top SB to me. This color pattern, the breakdown of it, I don't know. I just thought that this shoe, when I first started seeing pictures of it, I was like, man, this is such a nice, dope looking shoe. Last time we had a Futura Dunk, you know, they went for an arm and a leg. And for us to get another release, and these were a little bit more easy to obtain than some of the ones that released years and years ago. I don't know, I just thought that this colorway, this breakdown, the icy bottom, the different lace options you get, they just executed these really, really nice. I'm a huge SB fan. And I don't know, I just think that this colorway, like I keep mentioning through the countdown, anything that's really gonna draw some attention to your feet is always gonna spark my eye and kind of draw me towards it. So at number 4, I have to give these to these SBs because I just feel like they really, really did a really good job. Probably like I said, probably the best SB to release this year, at least in my opinion. That's my number 4. All right, y'all. We're at the top 3, man. I really appreciate y'all for sticking with me this long, honestly. Hope y'all enjoying the countdown so far. But let's jump into it, man. We're at the top 3. And that number 3 spot goes to the Jumpman Jack or the T-Rex, whatever Travis wanting to call these. This silhouette, by this being, you know, Travis's first like different shoe and different silhouette, like all his shoes so far, you know, he's been kind of putting a spin on an existing shoe. And this is kind of an existing shoe. Like I mentioned, that Tech Challenge, you know, had inspiration on a lot of shoes, and he pulled some inspirations from that. And that's one of my favorite shoes. That's why I made the countdown. But for him to kind of build his own design and kind of branch off from the Jordan 1s, I think that because of that, and to see that it still gets some love and attention and it's on a somewhat silhouette that I like a lot already, that's why these went high on the list as number 3. Travis Scott, one of my favorite artists, not my all-time favorite, but I really like Travis. I like what he's been doing with the brand. His color breakdowns, they're very wearable. It's usually like tans and browns, easy to wear colorways. And like I said, it's a new silhouette. It's a different silhouette, something good to see from him with his own spin and twist on it. And I'm excited about these. I didn't get that one colorway, the white, black, and red ones. Those are hard to get, only released, I think, on his website. But the other ones that were a little bit more obtainable, I was able to get these 2 colorways. And here it is. This is the number 3 spot. And like I said, it is 2 shoes, 2 colorways. It really goes to like the silhouette, not necessarily the colorway. So this is my number 3 overall pickup for 2024. Top 2 coming up. All right, y'all. Coming in at number 2 goes to the Kids of Immigrants collaboration on the MX silhouette. This is actually a shoe I scooped at the end of the year, and it jumped all the way up to number 2 to me. I think the whole story behind the whole children of immigrant community across the globe, the color combinations that they put on this shoe, the whole sunrise to sunset with the 2 different colorways to talk about the grind, you know, that they put in from the moment they open their eyes till they get ready to go to sleep at night. For the immigrants across the country, the box, the calling card, everything that came with these. And then to take an old silhouette from the, you know, late 90s and to kind of put their own twist on it. And like I said, you have a colorway that draws attention to your feet. Man, I thought this shoe was really, really well executed. The kids, an immigrant down on an outsole. I think this shoe was really, 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 really dope. I think I'm gonna try and go back and get that purple colorway, like the sunset colorway, just to have both pairs. But I don't know, man, like when I first started seeing pics of these and then, you know, people kind of pulling them off with some outfits, I'm like, yeah, these are definitely dope. I got to get my hands on these. It's something that you don't see often. And I don't know, I like that, you know, Nike and the Kids of Immigrants, how they put this one together, man. And I'm a huge MX fan, so it's like a no-brainer. It's like a win-win in all situations. But this is my number 2 pickup for the year, guys. And it goes to the Kids of Immigrants in the on the MX Honda silhouette. All right, guys. Coming in at number 1, my favorite pickup of 2024 goes to the University of Oregon Nike collaboration on the Nike Dunk Low, the What the Duck Dunk, Ducks of a Feather, whatever you want to call these. The Home and Away colorway. There was a third colorway, that all black colorway. I didn't really care for those too much. So I didn't go after them because they're kind of already pricey. But speaking of being pricey, like the proceeds, it kind of help that program feeds into the NIL money and deals for those athletes. To have a What the theme, it needs to be like exclusive through the GOAT app. So Nike collaborated with the University of Oregon. They released them through the GOAT app. I just think the whole rollout, the whole inspiration to kind of help kids and help student athletes, taking the inspiration from all of Oregon's different uniforms and jerseys and throwing them on like a What the theme dunk. And like I keep mentioning throughout this whole process and the whole countdown of how I enjoy and love shoes that's gonna draw attention to your feet, these are definitely gonna do it. And for me to hit on the GOAT app and then hit on both of these for retail is another reason. Like I hardly ever win ever on GOAT. Whenever they do their little releases for the holidays and stuff, I always feel like the bots eat it up. But for me to get both of these colorways for retail while I was sitting down just having lunch and I'm just in line in the queue forever. Like I want to say it took almost an hour to obtain both of them. But I was able to get both for retail. And like I said, just with the color breakdown, the What the theme, the NIL, helping the athletes, the box you get, it's just so much go into these different lace options. It's just everything that I look for when it's a sneaker that I want to go ahead and go after and trying to cop or collect. And because of that, man, these are my number one, man. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. You guys leave me a comment down at the bottom. Let me know if you enjoyed the countdown, enjoyed the list. There was some shoes that I did pick up that didn't make the list, but I challenge myself every year to kind of narrow it down to my top 10 just to kind of make it challenging for me. I was going to do a top 24 of 24, but I didn't want to make a super long video. So I want to kind of narrow it down just to my top 10. So there was some honorable mentions that I showed you in the beginning of the video, but these are the top 10 that made it. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of my list. Let me know what are your top 10, top 3 shoes, something that you would have liked to see make my list. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. I'm excited. Thank you guys for all the support this year in 2024. Can't wait to see what 2025 have in store. Has already some rumors of a lot of old classic retro stuff coming from Nike. I'm excited to see what other brands are gonna bring as well. So I'm gonna end it here. Happy holidays. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in 2025. See y'all later. Peace.